So I thought I'd make this little video as just a reference of and remind me of choosing pitches and that when you're bike camping. Generally I try to find somewhere that's outside of the city, even if that means I have to ride an extra 20k to get out and find somewhere that's just a little bit off the track. I don't really like staying in cities. And generally I'm looking for a place like this, which is, if you have a look around, it's a pretty good spot where no one's really going to bother me. Up near that tree line's where the highway is, so I'm not very far away. Just generally look for a track or something like this one that's just off of it, and just follow it down and see if I can't find a quiet spot. And then I look for some trees just for a bit of cover, a bit of privacy in case somebody does come my way, but no one's going to find me down here. And also it helps if you find the trees just to block a little bit of the wind and that. So what I tend to try and do is find a bit of a spot like this where there's a little bit of a clearing for obvious reasons. You can be nice to settle down somewhere that's relatively flat to set up your tent. Helps with a good night's sleep. And also when you're cooking and everything else, it's nice to have not too much grass around and that. Otherwise you might set fire to something and then you've got some problems. I also like to choose a spot where the east sun's going to actually hit the tent so it can dry out any condensation and that for the morning. It makes packing away things a lot nicer if it's dried out. So as much as it's nice to sit up and have the evening sun, if you're lucky enough to have evening sun on your tent, here in Russia it's always a bit hit and miss, but generally speaking it's actually alright in the morning, and I hate packing away a wet tent, so that's why I do it. So yeah, this is typically what I do most nights.